So recently, a lot of people have been having a hard time to be on Tarkov. Um, I thought I'd jump in. I'll give people some tips on what to loot, how to loot, where to loot. Just the most important things to, try to find and rate, sell on the flea market. Because essentially, the most money you'll make is not through other people's gear, not through PvP. Yes, it is fun to PvP. Yes, you'll get gear through PvP. Yes, you'll get a lot of money through PvP, but most people forget that most money you get is not through PvP. Most money is simplistic items like these or some other stuff like water filters, ring gunpowders, FP100, so like all those types of items. I'll be just showing pretty simplistic thing on where to loot and what to loot. Now the goal here in my guide is gonna be, this is by far not the best method. This is by far not the safest method. This is by far not a method that I keep utilizing all the time myself. No, I make money in 100 million different ways, but I know that newer players come into the game and most of the time they get lost. They get lost in terms like, oh, this guy's making money like this, that guy's making money like that, and they try so many things, and by the time they like find out how they can make money or what kind of play style they're playing around, most of the time they are almost out of money, and they're like they have a big gear fear, and sometimes they go in with a pistol with a hatchet. I do not recommend with the hatchet. I don't mind pistols. Take some armor, take some pistols so you're not tagged and cursed. I'll show later why tagged and cursed is not gonna work for like my methods of this guide basically to make money. I just want to show people not a fucking locations where you have to go, more like I'm gonna guide you through the entire customs. I'm gonna guide you through every three different spawn points where you can loot and check stuff. Now, if I spawn in a spot like this anywhere on this side of the map, boiler side, I would push back. I would literally just push back. The reason for that is there is a spawn there. There's a spawn there, and there's a spawn possibly in there. Yes, you might run into people this way, but here on the table you have food, for example, duffel bag. In the back there you have a toolkit. I do recommend looting these, like on the outside. I don't like to stay here a long time, but if you do want it, there you go. Pick up all the loot you find in the beginning. That's what most players do not do. Picking up loot at the beginning is really important. You can always replace items later on. This is the second building I'll always go in. Like, this is something I would always loot. Even if it's already been hit and looted, I would still loot it. First thing, I always go in here. I check for food, drinks, sugar. There's a Salua. Always put the Salua ups. Okay, there you go. Stops heavy bleeding. It's really nice. On this bed, sometimes there's valuable stuff spawning. Like, a lot of things. I even saw a Bitcoin there once. So, on the mannequin, right on his wrist, there sometimes spawns a golden watch, a golden wristband, which is really nice to pick up. It's some money if it spawns. Not, who cares? I always check these for like the medium scissors, like the 1x2 scissors. They're pretty good for money. There's fuel. Fuel is really good for money. Um, these tables sometimes have really nice attachments. I do check them a lot. Like, this is not nice, but you can still pick it up. There's a rotor. This is already not that bad. This is already quite good for a run. As I said, I keep picking up food and drinks because essentially they can be used for crafts. There's many more uses to them than just that. Some money. Oh, by the way, I went in with an alpha container to show people that you don't really need a kappa container. You don't really need anything too fancy at all. Then we go to the other side of the room here. I recommend always checking duffel bags, simply because they're pretty good. Graphics card can spawn here. There's other good spawns around here as well. T-plugs are really good. There's a lot of barters for T-plugs. People just forget that and they just like, meh, it's just a T-plug. We don't need that. Wires are good. Boards are good. CPUs are good. CPU fans, like you call it. There's so many things. I just picked them up for now and we'll replace them later for other loot. Pistol. I could take that. Actually, I'm gonna take that just because. A key. If you have a sick case or a key bar, you can always put the keys in there. Extra keys or extra money is never bad. It's just some bits of extra money. Like these buildings, they have a lot of loot. You have to check. Try to check everything. Don't be like, yeah, I'll just check this duffel bag. Check everything. Tables. No, nothing. No attachments. I mean, there's an attachment here, but it's not that good. Jacket. There's another jacket in here. Here we have a toolkit. Most people rush to the back immediately for the water filters. I will just check everything because we're on our way there anyway. Bulbs. Okay, now we start throwing away. HDD for 2 screw nuts. This attachment for bolts. This is a spot where water filters spawn. And you want to check it because that's good money in general. You're doing a money run, you're looting stuff. Why not check it? Check it on your way. Don't rush here. Don't be one of those people who rushes for only the good loot. Like the highest money loot, which essentially you would run here. You might die because there's a player already looting it, or you might get into PvP trying to contest a singular item while I already got this many loot. I could even put this in here just for some funsies, you know, for some safety of loot. Then I run down. In here we have another 2 cabins. This is something people almost never check, but there's some good stuff that spawns in here. This, for example, for some reason people would pay money for that. I've seen it. But besides the point, this and this. Once you checked all these spots, if you have the USIC key, good, you can get the USIC rooms. But imagine we don't have the USIC key. There's a way to jump in here with the backside jump. I'm not sure. There you go. If you have the backside, if you know how to do the backside jump. But I'm not that good with side jump, so I'm just doing, not side, back jump. So I do the side jump. You can get in here. You loot these buildings here. I would still loot these because loot is loot in the end, and that's what makes you money. Another gun, why not? We take that, we can sell it, we can use it. Who knows? We might need it if scavs fuck us up, you know. That's that. We ignore the scav, we just run away from him, and we just go to the next. This warehouse is optional, up to you if you want to check it. Sometimes there's players, sometimes highly contested for some reason, I don't know why. But you can check it. Factory gate spawns in here, weapon crate there, weapon crate there. There's a crazy scav running around. There is a spawn of a key right underneath his ass, which is the checkpoint key. Okay. And now this last warehouse that we're gonna be on this site for, and believe me, this warehouse is underrated, but it's so good. For me, for example, I don't care about the Sphere helmet. I'd rather take this. More money. It's just better. It's more profitable. I'll take that over anything. There's a lot of quest items people need. You might want them. You might not. Who knows? Fuel conditioner. That's already better than 2 wires. I'm gonna take that instead. In my opinion. Some other people would never do that. Soap. Against this. More bolts. Upstairs. 2 jackets. Once again, jackets are great. Jackets are amazing. Keys. Other stuff. Bolts. Nails. So many good stuff that spawn in here that you would like to have. Silencer. This is the point where I gotta throw something away for that. And in this case, I'm probably gonna throw away this and this because it's less money. And I'd rather take the silencer. Some money there. I'm not gonna pick it up just because, well, you'll probably make space to throw it in your thingy. But not gonna bother. I loot all these PCs for a chance for graphics cards, other stuff like CPU fans or anything. Really, there's many stuff that you can have. Screw nuts, bolts. Bolts, good. Bolts is always good. For that, I'm just gonna throw away the screw nuts. I'm gonna take the bolts instead. Screw nuts are not that expensive. They're about 15k each. So we rather take bolts. These 4 bolts, that's 120k rubles. Or 100k if they're getting a little bit less pricey and there's a lot of people posting them. From this point on, you want to move to the next location. Next location is going to be that next warehouse. Honestly, right now, you could go extract. You could go press the button, rush ZB13, extract. We ignore the sniper scav for now. We are just going for loot. This warehouse is the most important thing as well to check. Don't fucking be that guy like, I'm not gonna check it. Just check it quickly. If there's somebody and you don't wanna, don't. Okay. First spot, right there. Water filter. Second spot, right here. Look, water filter. For water filter, you throw away anything. In this case, blue gunpowder. It's not that pricey. Water filter is a lot of money. And what you do is you put that water filter deep up your ass because it's a really good find. 140k right now. They usually were 80k, and like their usual price is at 80k if it goes back down. Still, 100k people still buy them. Oh shit. I'm a potato.
One.
That's why I took 2 mags. With 2 mags, you'll have just enough fucking gunpowder to kill some scavs on your way, to kill maybe a PMC, get his gun. You don't require that much ammunition. This cache, I always check it because it's on my way. Sometimes you find some drinks, like this time. Sometimes you find something else. Another thing, which I didn't loot anything, but checking scavs is really good. As long as they're like in some kind of like location where you're not exposed, I would loot them. This one is pretty good. He's pretty hidden. I'm in a dip. This one, it's okay. I can get prone in the bushes. I can loot this one. He has another ADAR. Pretty nice. You could drop your ADAR, take his ADAR, but his front gas block is gonna screw your red dot a bit, so I don't like that. But potentially a thing you could do. There you go. And now we just check this warehouse, the warehouse next to it, that big one, and that's gonna almost be it. I'm gonna go through all the looting spots though, just to show people that there's so much loot. You could do this with a 3-man, with a 4-man, even with a 5-man squad, and everybody's gonna come out on top. Here, for example, you found a red dot, right? What you do here is you go on a pile of shit like this. You delete your red dot. Your red dot is hidden. You'll get it back tomorrow. Don't worry about it. There you go. Another red dot for you. So this red dot is, let's face its color. Next spot, you want to check these shelves here. There's nothing on them. There's good stuff that spawns on them. There's a lot of different stuffs. Good stuff that spawns on them. I would check them no matter what. I'm just checking all the weapon crates to see like if we get anything decent out of them. Skeletonized grip, for example. Some cool silencers that are expensive or whatever not. There's 2 ways to enter this building. I like this way. Many people don't like this because, well, no clue why, but there's sometimes people sniping up there, so be careful. Sometimes people are camping around here, so be careful. I would still, if I hear anybody in this building, I probably would skip it. I would just go in, press the button, and get out. But in this case, I just want to check it. AK-101 or 105 or MPX. I honestly prefer the MPX. I'm gonna take the MPX. SMT, you found better helmet. Throw your helmet away. The penis helmet, nobody gonna take it. And if somebody's gonna take it, well, too bad. You can go hide it. I don't care. Like, go hide it if you wanna. Found something better, take it, because you're gonna be able to sell it on the flea market for a lot of money. That red dot is not that much money. Once you like learn most flea market prices, you'll start knowing what to pick up, what to not pick up. Essentially, you're gonna be playing a lot on the flea market and looking for stuff that you wanna get, that you wanna find, that you wanna keep. Alright. I check these shelves. It have a water filter. Back in here, small room. Almost nobody checks it. A jacket and a possible water filter or fuel as well. Where we drop the T-plug and we take the tape. Alright. We have 2 more spaces to loot. I go down here. It's a bit dark, yes, I know. But if you have some settings set that you see a bit more in dark, that's gonna help you out a lot. There's our 8R. This is basically an 8R. This is a 1-slot item that does a barter for an 8R. I'm gonna throw away my mag. We're gonna try not to get into any more combat from this point. And if you were playing with more than 1 guy, you'd be already way faster in all these looting spots than I am right now on solo. You press the button, and this is the moment where you are basically gonna run. But since I forgot to show you underground a bit, in underground there's a weapon crate. Sometimes there's a vodka spawning there. I had like multiple vodkas here. Whiskey spawns here. There's sometimes a gold chain spawns here. So I even saw a Bitcoin somewhere around here once. There's a duffel bag. Pretty good loot here. Right here you have grizzlies, saluwas, morphines for people who have the quest. Then there is a med crate that you can find other stuff in. Luto's med crate, I mean med bags, thingies. They can have ophthalmoscopes in them. Pretty good. Next. You can go do the jump over if you know how to do it. But you can also just run over here. But you'll have to face the scavs. Did you just spawn in? Hey, it just spawned in. The hell? That was crazy. Right. Wishing table. Check this place. Sometimes it has slick armors. Like any item in the game can spawn there. Even a red keycard could potentially spawn in there. That's why you call it the wishing table. And the wishing tree, right here. Just check it. I don't loot too much in these open spots, but there's another red dot. If you didn't find the red dot earlier, you could have put that on your gun already. And what you can do here is you put that on your MPX. Saves you one spot. It's pretty nice. So, Amelia, you could take that basically. Doesn't matter. One slot filled with something. This is the dangerous part. A lot of traffic happens here. Sometimes players are coming from the other side to this side. You want to be careful. I like to run. Sorry. I like to run all the way until the back here. Until I see the sign. Going past the sign, believe me, sniper scav is just gonna mow you down. It's an invisible sniper scav. It's the same as in reserve going on landmines or on shoreline going on landmines. You are not allowed to go there. That there is a sign of where you can maximally go. I can go up till here. I can go up till here. I can go up till that scav that's dead there or dead there. Do I go past behind him? I get shot. I get killed. Don't do it. Pointless. Now we're gonna go to Stronghold. Scav boss can spawn here. I enabled Scav boss, sadly. But if Scav boss is here, we're just gonna extract if Scav boss is here. Because we don't want to risk it. Let's hope he's not here. If he's here, it's gonna be sad. Doesn't look like he's here. Never be too sure too early. A lot of players are also around here, so looting this is not always the best option. But if you are planning to loot this, there is this crate here that you can loot and immediately go back a bit. Press Z and you'll get prone. Somewhat safer than standing up and looting it. I would take the syringe if I had space. Toilet papers are also nice. There's some ammo that spawns here. Can be BT, can be BS. I would always check it. Regardless. Another crate here. I would loot these. Look, that's why I would loot this. That's another why I would loot this. This is so much money. You don't imagine how much money it actually is. Ronin helmet spawns here. Fuels, big fuel spawn there. More ammunition spawns around this corner. It's always good to check. And that's about it for the upstairs, because like this last crate, and then there's the toolkit, and that's it. Corrugated hoses, a filter. For a filter, let's throw the Amelia. Let's take the filter. But like, imagine this was an online raid. You were with your buddies. Your buddies would have tons of loot as well. And if you can guide them a bit through all the locations so that everybody gets looted, it's more fun to play together with people like that. And it's also more fun for yourself to go and loot places rather than rushing one spot and not being able to get that loot or dying during the process of rushing to that spot. In this room, we have a lot of, like, we have 2 jackets and a lot of stuff. Again, key, you put that in your bar. Money, you put that in your case as well if you have a case. If you have a key bar, good enough. You can get a wallet as a secondary thing in there, and it will also be pretty good. G-phone, gonna take that over the Adar barter item. Rechargeable battery, I mean. There's more stuff on these beds. There is meds right there. There is more meds. For me, it's pointless to take that right now, but just so you know, there's weapon crates that you can check for more attachments, gunpowders, other stuff. And Salua, fresh Salua, why not? And that's the last crate that we're gonna loot before we're gonna take the extract from this side of the map. This side of the map is gonna be done. Then you have some more stuff there, like LCDs, broken LCDs, relays if you're needing those, and a lot of other stuff. Oh, actually, I'm lying. There's one more room left to go for. And then milk. Well, I would take that over the bulb, even though some people wouldn't. I would. There's more. There's another weapon crate. That's not that much money worth. Again, once you play a lot of Marketplace, you'll know all the values. You'll know what to pick up and what not. Alright, and this is where we are done with the run. Basically, factory key is necessary to open this. Since we pressed the button, ZB013 is available for us.